the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, they've now won 6 in a row, making it look easy. We'll see if they can keep it going tonight and push it to 7. And guys, the fans always enjoy hearing stories from your playing days. Let's talk teammates. Shaq, who were your favorite guys to play with over the years?
You know, everyone loves the Shaq, and Shaq has 4 rings, but I'm saying it here.
They all love
real
the
life. Yeah, everybody loves Shaq.
Okay.
I'm sexy, handsome, and qualified. That's what Shaq stands
I
for.
think my question was, who were your favorite teammates?
Let me finish, Ernie. Let me finish. I'm quick to say, hey, I got 4 rings, but I could
You
not,
are quick to say that.
Could not do without Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw was a guy that always looked for me, similar with when how Kenny played.
City Place, a gigantic new residential development here in Toronto, walking distance from both the sporting arenas. The Raptors look to take charge at the Air Canada Centre here in downtown Toronto. And the Nets head back to Brooklyn after today's contest. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
And they can put themselves into a great position in the season series by winning tonight. They've won the first one, 2 to go after this, so they'd be assured of at least a split.
You know, Greg, if they win the first 2 games of the series, they're not looking for a split. I mean, at that point, they're thinking about a sweep. They can take the next step toward that tonight.
So the Nets starting 5. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Gary Neal. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. Toronto shooting their first free throw of the night here.
One shot. One shot.
Johnson outside. Lopez a screen. And Neal kicks to Dinwiddie. From past the arc. Carroll with the rebound. DeRozan in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Nets. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the 3-point attempt by DeRozan. Dinwiddie kicks to Neal. And it's Young at the elbow. Johnson in the corner with the shot. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Checked in for the Raptors. Powell, he's checked in for the Nets. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's Mr. Perfect. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Mr. Perfect's got his first 3 points of the game. Nets trail by 10. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Neal. Lopez has got his first points of the game.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
DeRozan, it's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
Lopez, no luck.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Mr. Perfect. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. And it's 6 points for Freak.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
Dishes to Powell. Lopez a screen. And Neal kicks to Powell. Here's Lopez. The shot from the low post is good. Lopez has got his second basket of the night. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against the Boston Celtics.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
Nets trail by 13. Here's Neal. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Passes it to Mr. Perfect. From outside, off the mark. And for the Nets, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And the Raptors making a change here. Joseph's checked in. Withey's checked in for the Nets. Now here's Joseph. Pass to Mr. Perfect. And he's good on the three ball. Mr. Perfect's got his third basket of the night right there.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Shots good by Neal.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And the Nets making a change here. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Raptors out in front, leading by 14. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Nets trail by 14. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, Johnson is out there with Robinson. Then it's Jeff Withey, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 2. 4 on the clock. Withey passes to Hollis Jefferson. And it's off from three-point range.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Right wing. Here's Mr. Perfect. Rebounded by the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics really lit it up from the floor. He dropped a cool 33 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His great outing kept the team's hot streak going in what has been a strong stretch of games for this team. We'll see if they can continue that here, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I say it would make it to his greatest hit spot. No doubt about it.
Now Joseph. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pulls up. Nice shot from the wing. And the Raptors lead by 17. Here's Dinwiddie. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
I don't want us taking shots with hands in our faces. Move the ball. Move the ball. Spread their defense and get our shooters some clean looks. Tighten up.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Then for the Nets, Brook Lopez is checked in for Jeff Withey, and it's Young in for Robinson. Young against Scola. Here's Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Nets group in for the Nets. So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
Okay, Kevin, here with Coach.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth. Mr. Perfect, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Nets trail by 8. Mr. Perfect, he's in at shooting guard. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's Lowry in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And he gets it to go.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Toronto's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Over to the left wing. Fades away. And that one's good. Lowry's got 6 points. Nets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime. Break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Johnson kicks to Neal for 3. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
The pass to Mr. Perfect. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Nets trail by 8. Dinwiddie kicks to Johnson. Lopez against Valanciunas, and the shot is good. Neal's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, this is the kind of shooting performance coaches dream of. It makes their job so much easier. An excellent start to this third quarter.
Feeds to Scola. Carroll against Johnson. Carroll passes to Mr. Perfect. That 3 off the mark. The Nets have gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Takes the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Outside Lowry. Stolen away. And they're running. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Neal.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Kicks to Valanciunas. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mr. Perfect. Knocks down the 3-ball. Mr. Perfect's got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Mr. Perfect. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Toronto.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the 3-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Nets trail by 8. Dinwiddie dishes to Withey. 1:10 left to play in the third. Here's Neal. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Neal's got 15 points.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
No good for Mr. Perfect.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Uncovered. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Toronto. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Robinson's checked in. A new group in now for the Raptors. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. Scola comes in for James Johnson. Damari Carroll's checked in for Terrence Ross. And it's Mr. Perfect in for DeMar DeRozan. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Brook Lopez. Robinson is out there with Young. Then it's Johnson, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the shooting guard position.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Here's Lopez, who scores his sixth bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's guarded by Johnson. Scola kicks to Carroll. They set the pick. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Out to the right wing. Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. Can't hit. Great D that time from Johnson. Nets trail by 12. Hollis Jefferson passes to Johnson. Launches a three. shot is no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Mr. Perfect. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Raptors leading by 13. Here's Mr. Perfect. The rebound by Johnson.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul. Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Plenty of space. Bill's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Carroll with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Looking at the game Valanciunas has been having. 9 points, then he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line. Not just getting there, but converting.
Shooting for Toronto, Jonas Valanciunas. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And Toronto making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Gary Neal comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Thomas Robinson. And he makes the first but misses the second. Nets trail by 14. Passes to Dinwiddie. 1:51 left in the fourth. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost him.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
The shot's good from Mr. Perfect.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Here's Neal. DeRozan defending. 4 on the clock. Young for 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, he'd get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And it's always a good feeling to take that second contest after you've dropped the first one to somebody. Just a big win to even things up in their 4-game series against the Nets.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was. For Mr. Perfect, he was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
There's the dish to Lopez. To halt the run, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Dinwiddie kicks to Johnson. Here's Young. To the wing right side. The feed now to Johnson. He dishes it to Neal. Back to Johnson. Lopez sets a screen for Johnson. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many three-point shots in a single game is borderline impossible. The pressure was off the rest of the guys' outfit.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith,